It's 10 to 6.
Oh, this is definitely the best beds on any ship ever in the world ever. Princess definitely have the coziest beds.
Good morning from on board the Enchanted Princess on her first med cruise of 2026, and welcome to beautiful Montenegro. This is the place, Kotor, Montenegro, that we are so excited to be because we missed this port in 2023 on board the Celebrity Constellation because there was a water spout. Yes, there was a tornado at sea and we didn't get to come here. We've never been. We are so excited. This sailing is apparently one of the most beautiful in the Med. So let's grab some coffee. We're going to take you with us on this beautiful sailing. It is 6 in the morning. The captain said to get up around this time if we want to catch the best of the sailing.
So this is a bit of a bucket list destination for us. Here we are, Enchanted Princess, and it looks like it's going to be a good day.
And of course, I got some pre-breakfast as well. So we just entered the fjord. We just picked up the pilot and we're really close to both sides. It's so, so, so pretty.
And this is exactly where we were on the Constellation, where they dropped off and picked up some crew. We didn't get any further and it didn't look like this.
But this is stunning.
So Kotor is a tender port, which means that you need to get a smaller boat to get you from ship to shore. Now, they are offering the shuttle tickets, which are free from 8 a.m. Expect the first shuttle to go about 8:30. So a ship this size, depends if they're using the ship tenders or if they're bringing ones in. I'm not sure what they do here. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes before we can get a ticket. I don't think we're going to queue up at 8 o'clock and fight with everybody else. I think that would be a little bit much, but we'll see. We'll see how we do.
So if you're doing a med cruise on Enchanted Princess this summer, 2026, if you want to see what the tender process is like for ports like Santorini and other ports that use tenders, this is the video for you to watch. So apparently while I was up getting coffee refills, Beth saw 2 dolphins.
I did try and video them on my phone. I'm not sure how good it is. I'll have a look at that later. But yes, there were 2. Okay, so levels achieved. Montenegro sunrise achieved. Beautiful views achieved. Dolphin spotting achieved. Coffee brought down in travel mug by Tony achieved. Cinnamon buns. Princess Cruises next level. Balcony breakfast achieved.
That's so dainty.
I'm a lady.
And here from the onboard ship cam, you can see how narrow it's going to get. We thought it was narrow now. I don't know what that was.
I was the Enchanted Princess squeezing through the fjord.
Apparently she was portraying the Enchanted Princess squeezing through the fjords. But just to give you some indication of how close we are, I could throw a baseball. Beth just pointed out, I don't know if you can hear it, but you can even hear the birds. All the birds in the trees. Crazy. So they are lowering the first tender. Right, we're going to go off and catch the tender, and we're going to show you what that's like.
So excited. Also, I didn't know, because obviously Montenegro was one of the countries that was kind of all broken up from the former Yugoslavia, but Montenegro didn't become a country in itself until 2006. Little fact for you.
Facts with Beth. Let's go.
Where's the line to get the tickets?
I don't know, but there's lots of people waiting around.
Is it a line there?
Wow. So they're just calling 24, actually up to 21. So we've got quite a way. We should have got up, maybe gone down a little bit earlier. But they did say not to come down until you were ready. And we weren't ready. Whoa.
That's a bit cheeky. We've just seen some people that pulled the chairs around and basically blocked the entire deck. Like their own private terrace.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So we've just been told that the shuttles are working on a delay. That's all right. The view here is amazing.
I think the problem is people have booked private tours. Like there was people in front of us, and bearing in mind we didn't go up there until what, about 10 to 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But we knew that because we're going to have lunch off, so we're not bothered about being right off straight away. There was a couple in front of us, and they were like, "Oh, we've got an excursion at 10 a.m." And they said, "What, a ship excursion?"
No.
They went, no, we've booked a private excursion, and it's on shore meeting. We've got to be there for 10. I'm like, well, if you're trying to get a tender ticket at 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
you're not going to get that. So if you do book something private, either make sure you're in the line straight away to get a ticket, or book it for later in the day.
Absolutely.
Or you're going to miss your tour. I don't know if they made a effort to get them off any quicker.
Let's see if we can see them on the tender now. Well, they're not on that one because no one is yet. Or that one.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
This is quite a find though, because if you come down here on deck 7 outside the Vista Lounge, you can kind of have a private-ish place to look at everything. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello.
There's worse places to wait for your tender.
There are worse places to wait for the tender. Bit of a nip in the air, but I think it'll be warmer as the day goes on.
By the way, this is the infinity pool at the back of the Enchanted Princess. We'll obviously be doing a full ship tour. Make sure you subscribe to BNT at Sea so you can see that when it drops. So it's 10 o'clock and they just announced that we're probably on the next tender to be called. I don't know why everybody is congregating in decks 4, 5, and 6 when it is this glorious outside with this many views. So pro tip, if you're waiting for a tender, just come up top. At least on this cruise, there's nobody here.
We would now like to invite those guests with ticket number 40, 41, 42.
That's us. Right, we're here. We're just going to watch the chaos. We're stuck here in the corner, so we're just going to sit back and watch them all try to run off at the same time. Whoa,
Oh, lovely.
this is beautiful. Right, this is a new country for us, number 30 something. I'll put the number.
No, we're like number
down.
50 something.
50 something, sorry. And a new number plate as well. Never seen a Montenegro number plate. How clear the water is.
Gorgeous. This is nice.
Wow. This is quite amazing. This reminds me a bit of
Loads of
Dubrovnik.
locals though, isn't there? Yeah, it's just like Dubrovnik. It's all the same. It was all Yugoslavia, wasn't it?
It's been a Sunday in a very small town, in a very beautiful spot. So hardly anything was open. Not a lot was open. And we
Yeah,
had
I
a
think
good
it's
time
one of those
regardless.
ports that you can be out here for the whole day if you want, and you'll find lots of things to do.
Is this to do with the cat museum?
I don't know, do they say? No.
So there's a cat museum in Kotor, which we really wanted to go to in 2023 when we were supposed to come here before. It is not open yet.
They said the 1st of May.
So it's currently the middle of April. So there are plenty of cats around and cat souvenirs. Not souvenirs for cats, souvenirs about
Of
cats. But no cat museum.
You could really take your time exploring the old town. You could stop for lunch and drinks.
So we're going to go across from the old
Right.
town to this harbour area and have a drink because it looks a bit quieter and nicer.
We weren't out for too long, but we had a really nice walk around, saw everything we wanted to see.
So if you're feeling adventurous, you can hike up to this. Is it a
Fortress.
castle or fortress?
Yeah.
Fortress. We're not feeling adventurous today.
We have put our unadventurous footwear on.
We've also walked the wrong way. So if you're facing the old town, we went to the right and then back along the water. There's not a lot here.
There is a supermarket,
Which isn't
but it's
open
not
today.
open because it's a Sunday.
So we're going to try the other side. We're going to walk, if you're facing the old town, to the left, pick up a drink in the kiosk and see what's on that side.
and then we came back on board because we're really lucky this cruise that we've got a balcony.
And we're heading back to the tender. Oh, we're getting on the smaller, not even a tender, whatever that is.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Cool. So we came in on one of those.
Thank you.
On our eats. And there's the ship.
And the views are just incredible. If you're not already, why not follow us on Facebook and Instagram? Both can be found at B&T at Sea.
Right, so that was our very brief stop in Kotor. We'll get to our port review in a little while, but first we come to the pool deck to have salty dog. Now, we've never eaten here before. You order up, you get what you want, you get a little beeper, and it comes to you. It is included in your cruise fare. I'm very excited to try this because we didn't try it last time. Come on. We are starving. Wait, what's this, a starter?
This is our starter.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so they don't bring it to you, it beeps, and then you come get it. We'll cover this more in depth in our food video from Enchanted Princess, but the food in Salty Dog was not too bad.
The tenders were very hot and very fresh. Very good.
And now it's time for Beth and Tony's port report.
Port report, port report. Beth and Tony's port report. See, that's not AI, is it?
No. Kotor, Montenegro.
Beautiful, but I think that the sailing and being in the bay on the ship is more spectacular than the town. Don't get me wrong, the old town's very nice, isn't it, Tony?
It is. It's kind of like Santorini, where seeing it from a distance and being in a ship in the caldera is
kind of the experience,
isn't
it? Yeah.
You can go up into the town, but you can't see it because you're in it. And here, it's just fantastic just to be here. The tender ride into town and the tender ride back was absolutely fantastic.
So I would say as well that if you've got mobility issues and you're put off by the fact that it's a tender port, I wouldn't say don't come, because just being here in the bay and the sailing is so spectacular that you're going to get an experience anyway. I know that Gail and Mike said that that's Sail with Gail and Mike. If you're not following them, make sure you do. That there's a cable car that you can get here, I believe.
Yeah, or you can hike up.
Or you can
like
hike
we
up
talked
to
about earlier.
the fortress. There is a hop-on, hop-off bus, if that's kind of your thing and you
it's
like
really
those.
Small for a hop-on, hop-off bus.
There's not probably a lot to see. I don't know. Again,
Look,
if you've done it, let us know in the comments below.
Anyway, we're going to enjoy the ship some more.
Yep, we're going to go and enjoy our balcony. Then we're going to go and enjoy the ship some more. I think we're going to try and eat some fruit.
And here it is. I will now deliver it to my beloved.
Oh, thank you. Oh, and I got a cookie as well, you know me.
Right, it's been a beautiful day in Kotor. We're getting ready for the Sailaway.
And we're trying to decide what we're going to do for dinner. I want to go to the buffet because it's Italian night.
The kids want to go to the main dining room as usual. We'll see what happens. We're going to check out some special pasta stations and things like that. So it might be good in the buffet. We don't tend to eat dinner in the buffet.
I don't think we ever have.
No, this may be a first.
So that would be good.
Let's sail away and we'll see you at dinner.
So the best thing about having a balcony cabin is you can have a shower and you can get straight out of the shower and you can still be in your towel and you can come outside and watch Sailaway and no one can see you apart from the person that's filming you.
And all of YouTube. Right, let's check out this extra special buffet Italian extravaganza.
Little calzones.
And there's like mushroom mini pizzas.
Aubergines, calamaris, loads of calamaris.
Ham
Well, let's
cheese
have a look.
calzone.
Risotto.
Here's the pasta station that was on about down here.
Pasta. Ravioli, darling, not enchiladas. Oh, they are enchiladas.
Shrimp cocktails. Mussels. Oh my god, they've got a tower of ham Right, that's not for us. It's not that, I mean, the food is
Food
probably
look really good.
The food is probably nicer than in the main dining room, to be fair. But we like the occasion of the food, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it just feels a little chaotic.
Yeah, and it felt like, I think, because we eat quickly, Beth and I think we would rush through it in
We
about
would.
10, 15
We'd
minutes.
literally be in
we'd
and
out of
out, and it wouldn't really take us very long.
it. So we're going to go down to the Amalfi dining room once again. Come with us.
I do have one thing to say about this ship. This chip was there all day yesterday as well,
You might know them as French fries.
and it's still there.
On the stair.
So I'm going to see how long it takes for them to clear the French fry off the stair.
If it's still there on disembarkation, will you eat it?
Absolutely not.
Not even for YouTube?
Not even for
Oh,
YouTube.
man.
Hi, good evening.
I don't know about you, but the food seemed to get better every day in the main dining room on this cruise.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Make sure you are subscribed to BNT at Sea, because we're going to be doing a review of everything we've eaten on board the Enchanted Princess on our 5-day cruise.
Including what we have tonight.
Where we began. It was still like, here we go. Wah, wah, wah. Ready? So good, so good.
Oh, Elizabeth.
No, I just like. We could go and see the show, but we don't fancy the show. It's not warm enough to go and sit upstairs.
No. When we came on this ship 3 and a bit years ago, there was like 3 or 4 production shows. Well, whatever.
Plus other stuff.
Plus other stuff. But whatever you think about Princess production shows, whether they're better than other cruise lines or not, the performances and the performers are of good quality. There has been one. The difference between a 5-day cruise and a 7-day cruise isn't huge. And to only have 2 over 5 days.
But I think more and more cruise lines are doing that. And Royal Caribbean's similar.
Yeah. And we didn't fancy the game show. It was the same game show
I just think
we've seen in
that
other...
Princess needs to overhaul its entertainment a bit. It's very, very samey. The music's dated. I appreciate that they have an older audience, but if you go onto something like Celebrity, there's kind of DJs playing when you embark, and the music choices are slightly more modern. I even think on Iona you've got like the busker, and we had like a Jess Glynn impersonator. You've got things like that, which I just think appeal more to younger people. And we're not young, but
No.
I don't. There's only so often you can hear Sweet Caroline, and what were they just playing as we walked past?
Dancing in the Dark, Bruce Springsteen. Look, it's to each their own.
Don't get me wrong, we really enjoy Princess. I really enjoy the daytime.
Yeah.
The crew were great. I think maybe we need to try a bit harder.
Yeah, and we will. Starting tomorrow. We're in Corfu tomorrow, and we've got all day in port. We've got a lot more of the ship to enjoy, a lot more food to enjoy, and we're going to take you all with us. So join us tomorrow. We're losing an hour. Clocks are going forward an hour tonight, so we're losing an hour. We'll be a little bit more tired than usual tomorrow, but we'll see you then.
Night.
And as always, if you liked that video, you're going to love this one.